Hi, this is Christy. I'm just here today. We're going to talk a little bit about your mindset and a little bit of research that I've been doing here with, Earl Nightingale. I've read several of his books in the past, and this is the other one I've got. It's called The Strangest Secrets. And regardless of if it was written in the 1800s or if it was in the 1900s or even in the year 2017, the teachings are basically all the same. They're all derived from the secret societies, which you all know do exist and they are around, whether it be the Brotherhood or the League or the Freemasons. It doesn't matter. They all have basically the same teachings. The only thing they don't have is they don't put it in print. It is not published articles. They are shared between family members and members of the societies. But Earl Nightingale, back in the 1800s, put a lot of the teachings that he was using himself and that a lot of other high-profile people like Henry Ford, like Einstein, which we all know, and then we have all of the other greats that were all part of the secret societies. And they have used the secret since the beginning of time. Way back when it wasn't even talked about and nobody even acknowledged that they were actually part of these societies, they were. So if you look back and you follow the teachings that are given to us freely from our Creator, from our God, from whoever you want to call Him, they are there to help us. And all we have to do is embrace them and accept them and follow through. Everything you're learning and will learn does take action. If you do not take action on your part, you can sit on the couch and wish for the lottery all you want, honey, and it isn't going to come. So follow through on what your affirmations are every day, what your positive mental attitude is every day. Write down what your goal is. If you do not have a goal, a clear, precise goal, you will not be able to move forward and bring to you what you want to happen. You have to be consistent every day, feeling and thinking and knowing that you have what you desire. If you're not going to go and do that, then you're going to be spinning your wheels. And a lot of us have done that our whole lives, spin our wheels and not got anywhere and blamed it on everything and everyone else. That's just not right. If you want to go forward, and if you want to have the life that you're dreaming of, truly dreaming of, that you truly want, then you have to move forward with what you are thinking and feeling. Number one, you have to be happy. You have to be content with where you are and what you have right now. If you can't put forth a happy persona of your life and of your feelings, then you're not going to bring happy back to you. And let's face it, wealth, money, prosperity, they like happy. And happy is an energy that is full of magnetism that will just come to you so freely that you won't have to even be trying. It just comes. And if you want to be the money magnet that you're professing that you want to be, then you need to take the steps. And it takes more than a week. It takes more than 3 weeks. Sometimes it takes people half of a lifetime just to get it going. And it's nothing to do with, only the rich get rich, only the poor get poor. Well, in a way that is true. Because the poor people tend to have an attitude of, I can't have that, or I'll never have that, my family never had that. And that's what they rely on. And they just know what they've had before and what their families had, and they'll never have anything more. And the rich get richer. That's true. Because the rich have a mentality of, I deserve that. I'm going to have that. I can have whatever I want. And they don't even take it for granted. It's just the way of life. And if you adapt to that way of life, that you deserve to have everything you want in your life, then you can have that also. I suggest that you start by some motivationals and take a look at the writings that have been published over the decades, centuries. I mean, way back in the 1800s, you can look at Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and actually, to be honest with you, that is not even the first book of that. It started out, he wrote the first book because he was commissioned by Carnegie to write a series of papers, studies on the way the wealthy thought, the way they acted, what their mentality was. And Carnegie gave him a 20-year project to complete this, and he told him it would take him 20 years to do it. Well, let's face it, 20 years is a big part of your life. So Napoleon Hill spent a good part of his life in researching how influential people, even like Henry Ford, who wasn't that bright, he didn't even go to school, he had no actual real knowledge of how to build an automobile. But you know what? He did. Because he had the mentality and he had a support team. His wife was very smart and she was with him the whole entire way. But he became one of the greats of our culture on the automobile. If it wasn't for him and his insight and knowing that he wanted this and he could do this, we wouldn't be riding around in cars today. We'd still be having horse and buggy, which is fine. Nothing wrong with horse and buggy. But cars do go a lot faster. And then, there's so much on the laws of gravity. There's the laws of attraction, which we're all looking at doing. There is the law of prosperity. There is the law of loving. There is the law of giving. The laws of receiving. There are so many laws in the universe that have been given to us as gifts. And it's up to us to master them and use them and be grateful. Gratitude is one of the hugest energies that you can have out there. Love and gratitude and happiness and health and wealth, prosperity, those all come together when you truly believe and you follow through on your steps and what you want to accomplish. But take a look at some of the books by Napoleon Hill. And like I was saying, Think and Grow Rich was not his first book by Carnegie. The first book that Napoleon Hill put out under that 20-year mission that he was on and that he was doing, when it was seen what he had put together by the other societies, they were, no, you are not doing that. No, that is not going out. So they started chopping it apart. And by the time they got done chopping out all the how they do things and how they think and what their mindset is that makes it happen so easily, it turned out to be Think and Grow Rich. Which, if you've ever read the book, read it again, because there's so many golden nuggets in there that if you don't pay attention, you'll miss them. I've read that book several times. I loaned it out to someone here a few years ago. And I went to get it the other day and couldn't find it, so I had to buy another one. So I'm reading it again. And the more you read it, the more you will learn the steps and what other people have done to make it happen. And those are the secrets. You're going to learn the secrets that other influential people have done, their quotes, and different things that happened in their lifetime that made them successful. And if you and I follow their steps and follow their secrets on what they have done, you too will be the prosperous person that you want to be. It just all depends on where you want to go with it. Everything in your life is dependent on you and you alone. No one else can tell you that you can be successful or you won't be. It doesn't matter. You are the one that is in control of your life and of your prosperity. Don't take anyone putting you down. Don't be around negative people. If you're around people, and you'll hear this and see this in Think and Grow Rich, if you're around negative people all the time, that negativity has a way of rubbing off on you, and it can be really difficult to get rid of it. And it can be really difficult to push it away when it's just bombarding you every single day. It may be a question of maybe you need new friends. And if it's family or people that are close to you, maybe you just need to distance yourself a little bit from them. And you'll hear a lot about that in the different writings and the teachings that are out there from the people that have used the laws of attraction, that have used the secret before it was even the secret, to make their lives profitable, to make their lives prosperous. If you follow their steps, and if you truly, truly believe that you will have everything you want, then you will get it. And there's no question about it. There's no thinking about it. Read the teachings from Carnegie. Read the teachings from Earl Nightingale. Read, Napoleon Hill has several books out. And his foundation has also put into reprint some other quotes and whatnot from his papers and things that are out there for that. And it's very educational, and it will help you if you open your mind and you let it help you. If you don't, then you can stay floundering and flopping, through time, and it's not going to get you any place at all. So, for your best benefit and for you to have everything you want, follow your steps. Follow the path. You're going to get off on it sometimes, and that's fine. But write everything down that you want in your life, and write it in detail. The more detail you put into what you want to create in your life, the more your subconscious is going to grab onto that and reprogram into getting you what you want. Our subconscious is what totally rules us, whether we think about it or know it or not. Anything you learned from the time you were born till you were like 6, 7 years old, that stuff's all imprinted in your subconscious like glue. It's there. You can change a lot of those thinkings and a lot of those feelings by changing your subconscious makeup. And it's not easy to do. It takes a lot of work and it takes time. Be consistent and be persistent. I like that. And it will come, and you will start seeing changes in your life. You'll start seeing more positive come to you. All you have to do is be consistent and be persistent and change the negative thoughts and feelings that are in your life. Be happy even on a day when you're not happy. Put out a happy laugh. Put out just a happy feeling. Project to the world that you're happy. And you'll be surprised. Eventually through that day, you're all going to feel happy. It's not going to be a bad day. It's going to be a great day. And the more people around you will be more happy too. They'll be like, oh my gosh, why are you so happy? And you can say, that's just how I am. And when you get that mentality and you bring that forward in your life, in your teachings, and in your studies, it will benefit you 100%. You can listen to people that know what they're talking about. You can read about it. Listen to the people that way back in the 1800s, early 1900s. You know what? It was a simpler time in life. And you know what? They used the secret. They used the laws of attractions. They used every single law that the Lord gave us. And they prospered. And look where we are today because of their prosperity. And because they weren't afraid to use it. And they weren't afraid to say, you know what? I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. And they weren't afraid to do it. Didn't matter. So many people are out there that have done so much for us. You too can use the laws of attraction. They're a gift. And if you're not using the gifts that God gave you, and all you're doing is complaining and whining about everybody else's fault, then I'm sorry, friend, you're not going to get very far. You want to be consistent, you want to be persistent, and you want to know that no matter what stage of life you're in, no matter if you're old, young, middle-aged, it doesn't matter. You can make it happen. You can change. And just a little tidbit, I was reading here in Earl Nightingale, and again, it was put in that only 5% of the population are wealthy and make their goals. 5%. You too can be part of that 5%. And also, you are only as wealthy as your 5 closest friends. The 5 closest people that you hang around with, the ones that rub off on you, have a way of holding you back. So if you are hanging out and your bestest friends, your besties, are maybe they only make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year, then that's going to rub off on you to feel like, well, that's all you're going to make. Start hanging out with more influential people. Hang around more people that know what they're doing, that move forward. Excuse me. That can teach you and help you and show you how to move forward and how to share and how to make your life what they have. Because that's what it's all about. You may not get all the inside secrets on how people do these things, but one thing for sure that I'm willing to share with you here today is think about it, feel it, write it down, and be positive that you have this and see it. See that you are having this right now. See that you are, whether it's a new car, a new home, you want a little bit more money, it doesn't matter. See yourself having that. See yourself having that vacation. See yourself having that new car. See yourself having that new home. See it, feel it, want it, and you will have it. If you have any more questions or anything, or you need any more guidance on any of this, I'd be happy to do a one-on-one with you. Just give me a ping on Facebook or even on Twitter. And it's Christy Hobbs, and I would be more than happy to help you. So I look forward to chatting with y'all some more. And good luck, and your prosperity is right there around the corner. You can and you will have everything you desire.